The smell of burnt crackers is to children as the smell of fresh rain is to adults. It fills you up with joy. As much as festivals continue to be a source of joy and celebration, some customs are kind of getting lost. So today at Simply Curious, we wanted to give the digitally advanced millennial kids an insight into Diwali traditions from the 90s. It's good for children to know their roots, and you may even end up having plenty of fun reviving some of these traditions and customs. So please do take out some time and see what you want to pick from our list. Number 1, a time for new clothes. There was a time when buying new clothes was an annual affair. Believe it or not, unlike the innumerous Amazon boxes piling up at home every week, we got to buy new clothes only twice a year. Once on our birthdays and the other for Diwali. And honestly, we never cribbed. In fact, Diwali shopping was an entire event in itself. There was so much of anticipation, excitement, and fun involved. The entire family would venture out on a shopping spree, and buying clothes for every member of the family was hectic and a lot of fun. And added to that, there was the bonus of the very rare and often only opportunity to enjoy the market eateries. And boy, couldn't we wait to show off our new dresses to our friends and relatives. Number 2, cleaning the house. This was the time when the entire house got a makeover. Weeks before Diwali, the household would be busy cleaning, dusting, rearranging, and decorating the house. Often, this was the time when houses became new and shiny with the nostalgic smell of paint engulfing the house. And all of us somewhere wanted to be Tom Sawyer to try our hand at painting the walls. Number 3, Diwali Ghar. This is one tradition that we followed up north, and as kids, we absolutely loved it. Building toy houses as a gesture to welcome Lord Ram back home after his victory over Ravana. We used clay, mud, paper, stones, whatever we could get our hands on to build a beautiful toy house as close to a real one as possible. It would be complete with doors and windows. What fun it was to get our hands dirty, step back, and admire our creativity and handwork. We even went to great lengths to whitewash them like a real house. And on the day of Diwali, we would decorate the toy house with lights, flowers, and diyas. Those really were happy days. Number 4, sweets. How can it be Diwali and no sweets? Diwali is a festival of lights and sweets. Do you remember how a week to 10 days before the festival, when you got home from school, the minute your mother opened the door, the smell of your favorite sweet in preparation would come wafting to your nostrils. And the temptation to eat those goodies immediately would be so hard to resist. The varieties and quantities were unmatched. And with joint families and family-like neighbors, these were stored in huge tins. And often they lasted for a month after Diwali. We had specials like gulab jamuns, bundi laddu, barfis, chaklis, halwas, you name it. What about you? What sweets remind you of Diwali in your childhood? Number 5, prepping crackers at home. How many of you have actually made your own firecrackers in your childhood? I have, and trust me, it is such a special feeling. You see, firecrackers were bought much in advance to save on costs and last-minute shopping. Also, owing to chilly winters in the north, these were often sun-dried on the terrace to ensure that they burnt long and loud. Some of us even had the privilege of making our own crackers. I have really fond memories of getting together on our terrace and filling the flower pots or anars with gunpowder and sealing it properly so that they would burn nice and tall. Of course, under the very strict supervision of my expert uncle. I so miss those days. Number 6, oil bath. Down south, we have a tradition to have an oil bath, adorn new clothes, and burst a few crackers on the day of Diwali before sunrise. However much we hated waking up early, we could never let our cousins have the satisfaction of waking up earlier. And so, in the wee hours of the morning, we would excitedly wake up, have a nice oil bath with a few drops of holy water Ganges added to our bucket, and receive the new clothes from our elders in the house. We would quickly change into them and finally devour the much awaited Diwali sweets and snacks, but not before partaking the infamous Diwali Lehyam. something like Chyawanprash. I'm sure you South Indians will know what I'm talking about. Then we would rush down to burst the customary crackers, announcing the dawn of Diwali to the world. This was the only day when calling friends and relatives so early in the morning was acceptable. And that is how we kickstart Diwali even today. I'm so eager to know how you guys celebrate, so please don't forget to comment below. Number 7, pocket money. In the 90s, the concept of pocket money was literally non-existent. Of course, we all loved to have our own piggy banks, and even if it was something we made out of things lying around in the house, where we saved every penny that we got, if at all. And one of our biggest and often only sources of pocket money were festivals, when grandparents and other elders gave us token amounts as shagun or blessings. You won't believe the sincerity with which we would participate in Lakshmi Puja on Diwali day, and we would go over to every relative's house exchanging greetings and sweets, and ready to receive the blessings of our elders in the form of moolah. And sometimes siblings would pool in money to buy extra firecrackers as a top secret mission. Number 8, rangolis. Of course, Diwali is synonymous with rangolis, whichever part of the country one belonged to. Every doorstep in the locality would adorn lovely and colorful patterns of rangolis marking the festivities. It would be fun to have all the kids and women huddled at their respective doorsteps, helping and bettering each other's rangolis. Some societies still date organized rangoli competitions during Diwali, which most of us look forward to. Number 9, lighting diyas. As kids, this was our one big responsibility: cleaning and painting earthen diyas. Earthen diyas have a charm to themselves. They burn so well and last forever, unlike our fancy use and throw tea lights. Come Diwali evening, the kids in the house would busy themselves with placing the lit diyas throughout the house, ensuring they had enough oil and were well protected from the wind to burn all night long. Number 10, the Great Exchange. After the entire street came together to burst crackers, it would be time to share sweets with one and all. Covered plates and boxes would go to every neighbor on the block, irrespective of how close we were. It was a day of spreading light and sweetness in the lives of everyone we knew. And of course, we kids would know exactly which neighbor to be more generous to the next year in return for our favorite sweets. Before we end, do you remember the time when SMSs were charged on festival days? And how all of us would desperately message our wishes to everyone the previous day itself to save our bills? The service providers, though, were really smart, and they started charging on Diwali Eve itself. I know that this was not in the 90s, but I could not resist sharing it with you. Technology was not as advanced, but we sure had so much fun. This year has been really bad, and we need to continue being safe this Diwali. While we are grateful to technology for keeping us together in these difficult times, let us not forget our roots and traditions. Let us keep the spirit alive and try enjoying all our little customs as safely as possible. We are simply curious to know your Diwali traditions from the 90s. What are those beautiful memories of your childhood? Please do share them with us in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, give us your like, share it with your loved ones, and subscribe for more interesting videos. We wish all of you a very safe and happy Diwali.